Hello! Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Miss Weiwei's channel. Before we start today, I decided to slick my hair back today. I feel very handsome. It's actually quite late. It's not that late. I never really film around this time. But before I used to do my vlogs, I used to film until later in the night and edit. I edit every morning until 2 a.m. I really hustle hard for my videos. I edit all my own videos. I just want to put that out there. The only thing that I probably
cheat a little bit with
is AI generating the subtitles, but I edit absolutely everything. I don't pay anyone to do it for me. I don't use AI to generate my videos. I edit every single thing myself. So I just want to put that out there. I work very hard. I really like what I do. So today, like I said, this season we're going to talk about the sins. I'm going to break it down to 7 sins. For those that are familiar with the 7 deadly sins, we've touched on lust and we've touched on gluttony. This week I want the topic to revolve around greed. No. Greed is one of the 7 deadly sins. It is a destructive force that has plagued humanity for centuries. At its core, greed is the insatiable desire for more power, for more money, more control, and it's often at the expense of others. And as you can see, I am definitely not shy about what I love. This is not the only thing I love, but this is my manifestation wall, and I made it very clear that I love
money and money loves me.
Now, the difference between loving something and being greedy for something is how you earn and get what you love and how you spend it. In today's world, this sin of greed is most clear in the business, financial, and corporate world, where unchecked ambition fuels unethical practices, corporate exploitation, and the widening gap between the rich and the poor. Capitalism is good. The pro is that it offers a lot of opportunity for individuals for their growth and their innovation. However, the cons is that capitalism can also be a breeding ground for greed. Profit is prioritized over people, and even the government is not so immune, as policies and decisions are often swayed by powerful corporate interests rather than the well-being of the population. Today, oh my gosh, I just found a lip gloss. Anyway, let's get back into it. I want to show you guys a video that was released maybe earlier this year. You might all be quite familiar with it. For those that aren't, it's basically about a neurosurgeon that graduated from MIT who went viral after quitting his job and basically posted a YouTube video online. The video is just about some of the things that he realized after entering the medical and pharmaceutical industry. Let's have a look.
There was one of the older faculty docs, and he said that your job as doctors is to relieve suffering. It's not to do a surgery or give a pill. It's to relieve suffering. That might be from doing a surgery or a pill, but it might be just listening, acknowledging what someone's going through. That stuck with me all through medical school. Is there such thing as a good life? And if so, how do you live that? Those are all questions that I was curious about. I was thinking, well, I'm the only paycheck. I need to keep working. I need to keep going to this job that I don't believe in anymore. And that tore me apart. I gained 40 pounds. I was really sad. I was really angry. Didn't have hope. And I knew that if I kept going back to that job every day for another 20 years, I would die before 20 years. My body and mind and soul, they would have just broken down, and I don't think I would have made it. I wouldn't have made it to 60.
This video, if you guys want to see it, I'll put the link here that you can watch in your own time because it's quite long. It's almost an hour. But basically, what happens in the video is that he becomes disillusioned after realizing basically hospitals and pharmacies were prioritizing money over the patient's genuine well-being. According to him, the system isn't really designed to actually heal the patients fully, but to manage their conditions long term. When I first saw this, I was surprised, but I wasn't surprised. It's giving me a little bit of goosebumps because it's quite evil.
It's incredibly evil.
And the thing is that we can actually technically change this. However, we all need to be aware that these type of things is happening before any changes can even happen. These industries want to keep us in the dark so we don't fight back and we don't question what they give us in terms of the medication and the treatment. But if we bring more awareness to it and become more alert and not really be afraid of asking questions for what we buy with our own money, I think that slowly as individuals, we can unite and actually make a huge change. The most important thing he says in this video is, if you heal them, you can't charge them. Do you still trust your doctors now? I think more people are actually becoming more aware of these type of things. More people are waking up, which is amazing to see. But for those people that are still slightly in the gray area and in the dark, I believe it's time to start asking some questions and research a lot and a lot and a lot about everything. And here are some comments. Someone said, at 70 years old, I can confidently affirm this is not a midlife crisis. This is your awakening. There is so much more ahead of you. Embrace it.
I just got goosebumps from, that's crazy.
Someone said, I am 17 years old. It was not easy to watch someone talk as long as this because my attention span is short, but I finished it. All I can say is thank you for saving my future self. There are so many comments. This video has 13 million views, I'm pretty sure. Amazing comments, basically just everyone agreeing with him, thanking him, resonating with him, realizing things. It's amazing to see. This is the type of stuff
That I want to see more.
50 times?
More.
100 times?
More.
200 times?
More.
500 times?
Probably.
Obviously, this is not the only case, but I'm glad that the medical industry is finally getting exposed for what they've been doing and getting away with for a long time. I want to talk about some small examples of daily greed and things that we can definitely control. So some examples of everyday greed. Most of you might have watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It's a show about the Kardashians. Everybody knows them. A wealthy, affluent family in America that tries to keep up with everything and is making everyone keep up with them. They have flash cars, mansions, clothes. They're always on trend, always keeping up with the hottest news, hottest topic, hottest outfit, hottest
Everything.
This is a prime example of what greed looks like visually. You'll always be empty. You'll always be on the pursuit. You'll never be fulfilled. You don't need to hear it from me. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that this is common sense. Another example of everyday greed.
Taking credit for other people's work.
Like the team does something and then there's always someone on the team that's like,
Oh, I did more.
and it's like,
No, Johnny, you did it. You didn't do anything.
you know what I mean? Like that one person that doesn't do anything, but he sticks with a strong group and reaps off the benefits at uni or in school. That's greed, and that's also laziness. That person needs intervention.
I called for help twice, and not a fuck you, what do you need, or nothing.
Gambling's an addiction driven by greed. Cheating, you know, you have a loving spouse at home, but you're constantly lusting after others because of your own insecurities and emptiness, and then you hurt everyone else in the process, wanting more partners, more sexual partners, more attention from the opposite sex. That is greed for attention. If you want to share, please leave a comment in the comment section of what you think everyday greed looks like. But the last one in this example of everyday greed will be someone may maintain a friendship only to gain social status or connections rather than valuing the personal relationship. This happens a lot. Again, in work settings, it's called networking. I don't know why networking is so popular, right? Everyone's like,
getting a job is all about who you know.
which is kind of true, but it really isn't at the end of the day. Nepotism is real, I'm not going to doubt that, but Again, maintaining a friendship to gain social status or connections, these type of relationship will never last. They will last for as long as you're benefiting each other, but I doubt that it will ever end well. And that
It will never really have a happy, fulfilling ending.
And before we end the video, I do want to give one more example. P. Diddy situation. P. Diddy, oh, diddly, oh.
Did I say that? Oakley dokley. Oakley dokley.
Only recently people found out that he has apparently killed a lot of people, was very violent to a lot of his ex-partners, and even to some celebrities such as Justin Bieber has suffered from this case. And a lot of victims and sex workers that have been associated with this man have suffered a lot. This man has also been involved in drug trafficking, apparently, sex trafficking, human trafficking. Apparently they found 1,000 bottles of baby oil in his house. What do you guys think he's doing with all that baby oil? Basically, this case has highlighted how greed can manifest in the pursuit of wealth, influence, power, control within the entertainment industry. The entertainment industry definitely doesn't fall short or get away with greed. P. Diddy had all these great white parties. Everyone who was a someone, everybody who was a somebody went to these parties. He was definitely one of the coolest guy in Hollywood. I believe in karma. This guy definitely suffered the consequences.
I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now.
Obviously, just like the consequences of the other sins, greed is not really that much different. The consequences of greed, it distanced the individual from seeking more meaningful things in life, such as spirituality, their true selves, their true connection with the world, with the people around them, with the universe, with maybe God, and with higher values. From the outside, it looks like rich, greedy people have this amazing lifestyle, but you know what they all say?
Never judge a book by its cover.
Because trust me when I say this, someone that is highly greedy, materialistic, I can guarantee that they are definitely not truly fulfilled. Because truly fulfilled people never show it off on the outside, and they don't need external validation.
I think about this all night long. I stay awake, not sleeping, because I'm thinking about this.
Greed and a lot of power also reduces compassion and empathy, which is very, very dangerous. Without empathy and compassion, we don't care for anyone else. And this world is supposed to be shared with everybody. And if we don't care about other people, the world will be a very dangerous and a very sad place to be living in. Greed generates a lot of fear and anxiety. There's a saying that's trust thy neighbor, and greed and having a lot of things stops an individual from trusting. The individual will starting to become paranoid, distrusting of everyone else, not living happily, living in fear, leading to frustration, paranoia, and various other mental health issues. And that is definitely not a good way to live. So basically that is it. I'm not the first person to say this, and I'll definitely not be the last. So do whatever you wish to do and chase whatever you wish to chase. But be careful what you wish for. The devil doesn't come dressed in a red cape with pointy horns. He shows up as everything you've ever wanted.